41-year-old Vivek Taneja, an Indian origin man, has died in Washington days after he was brutally assaulted on a street in Washington itself. Now, he was knocked to the ground by a suspect and sustained life-threatening injuries on the 2nd of February. This is according to officials. Now, this also comes amid a series of deaths being reported with respect to Indian Americans in the United States. Officials have released the visuals of the suspect in this case. He is yet to be identified, though. At least 5 Indian origin students have been reported dead in the United States this year itself. And this is another tragedy that's taking place in the United States, specifically in Washington, D.C. Now, as per the details that we do have, 41-year-old Vivek Taneja, who was an Indian origin man, has died in Washington. And this comes days after the assault that he suffered on the 2nd of February. He was brutally assaulted on one of the streets in Washington, where he was knocked to the ground by the suspect, and then he sustained life-threatening injuries. Tragically and unfortunately, he has now passed away. Now, remember, this also comes amid a series of deaths which have been reported in the United States itself of Indian Americans being targeted in the United States. In fact, 5 Indian origin students have been reported dead in the United States as well. Now, we're crossing over to my colleague Rishabh to get us more details on this. Rishabh, tell us more about whether or not a motive has come out in the connection with this case, and tell us more about the latest when it comes to the investigations that are taking place and the talks between the two governments.
We discussed this with External Affairs Ministry last week as well, when 5 such cases had been reported in 2 weeks straight. External Affairs Ministry first notified that all these cases are not interlinked and hence cannot be seen as a pattern. B, the 5 deaths that had been reported before this, out of those, only 2 were Indian nationals, rest 3 were American nationals of Indian origin. So the interconnection in the cases cannot be seen. Now, this case that has come in, yet again, definitely it is 6th in number, but another horrifying case coming in. India and US are talking at the competent authority level, but remains to be seen how things unfold.
All right, Rishabh, thank you so much for joining us. We'll continue to return to you for more updates on this alarming situation in the United States.